Haruka, please start recording. Thank you. Now I have to say that again. Good evening, my binary and non-binary. I said that well the first time. Okay, let's go again. Good evening, my binary and non-binary friends, and welcome to Rainbow Monday. Before we start, thank you. Before we start, I would like to let you all know that we will be recording this. So feel free to turn off your videos if you don't want your face in our recording, and mute yourself and all of that. I have disabled the profile picture thing so your face won't show. But if you do choose to turn on your video, know that you have been warned. All right, and moving on, my name is Watanya, as a lot of you already know, and I use any pronouns. I literally do not care. And I am honored to be your MC tonight. I got my MC outfit, and MC actually stands for Master of Ceremony. Just learned that one. So for those who have met Ame before, yes, I have already asked her, but she said I needed more partying or she'd have to cancel me. Ooh. Anyway, I would like to first of all thank my friend Michio and Amy's friend, of course, Michio, for letting us borrow this fabulous space to celebrate Pride Month. She is not here, but I would like to say that. And so Pride Month can actually vary from country to country, but it seems we're doing it the America way. On June 28th, to commemorate the Stonewall riots, which, although not the first gay riot to ever happen in history, it sparked activism in many parts of the world. I would like to remind everyone that people of the LGBTQ plus community, along with other marginalized communities, are still mistreated to this day. But it isn't a bad thing to take a breather from all the madness around us and just celebrate what we have together. You are all valid in my eyes, although I do need glasses. And tonight, we have gathered both members and allies of the community to put on a show for all of us to enjoy. Believe it or not, us performers have fun too! For you at the back. And before we start, I would like to say we encourage comments in the chat, and I hope that everyone follows the common decency that we call being nice. All right, let us welcome our thank you, Mei Choo Choo. We will be welcoming our first guest. For those who don't live in Nagoya, this is our local superstar and one of the pillars of the local music and entertainment scene of this little town. It's Mei Choo Choo!
Thank you very much. Hey, can you hear me? How's it sounding?
Yes, you
right,
sound amazing.
We've had endless technical difficulties, of course, because it wouldn't be a Zoom show without it. Thank you very much for inviting me, and thank you for hosting this event. It always really is important, I think, to have these kind of events and just like raising awareness and raising visibility. I've had some weird conversations with, let's say, older family members over the years about, oh, why do you have to have like LGBT events? Like it's all legal now, so what's the problem? And it's like, oh yeah, just because everything's legal now. Yeah, so everything's fine, right? Everyone's completely accepted in society and living a perfectly happy life, right? All over the world, yeah. No, of course we know it's not like that, so... we all have to be allies and show support and take part in these events and like allow people spaces to express themselves, I think. So I've picked a couple of songs to sing tonight. It's going to be like just a little medley. I've just smudged two songs together like this. And I had a little think about what songs to sing. I mean, it could have been anything. I wanted to kind of sing something a bit happy and a bit uplifting. I wanted to sing something by some LGBT singers as well. And I've chosen like 2 love songs because, you know, love is that universal thing, no matter where you are along the rainbow spectrum. You know, we're all human and everybody should be allowed to love. Everybody should be free to love in the way that feels right for them. So I've picked these 2 songs. Love is a complex, complex thing. So the first song is like a super cheesy, happy love song. And like, just, I hope everyone in their life at some point just gets to experience that absolute just blissful, wonderful joy of just being in love and just feeling like everything in the world is going to be okay and everything's going to be fantastic because I'm happy and I'm in love. You know, and then the second song is kind of moving into a bit more like a darker side, a bit more complexity. You know, love can be difficult, love can be a little bit complicated, but that's what being human is all about. So that's kind of why I've picked these 2 songs, and I hope you enjoy them. So I'm going to play a backing track, so if you can't hear it or something, please do let me know, because it will be kind of rubbish if you can't. And it's probably going to be too loud or something, so let me know if the sound is crazy. Okay, let's go for it. Sunshine, lollipops and rainbows, everything that's wonderful is what I feel when we're together. Brighter than a lucky penny when you're near, the rain goes, disappears, dear, and I feel so fine just to know that you are mine. My life is sunshine, lollipops and rainbows, that's how this refrain goes, so come on, join in. Everybody, sunshine, lollipops and rainbows, everything that's wonderful is sure to come your way when you're in love to stay. I want love, but it's impossible. A man like me, so irresponsible. A man like me is dead in places. Other men feel liberated. I can love shot full of holes. Don't feel nothing, I just feel cold. Don't feel nothing, just old scars toughening up around my heart. But I want love, just a different kind. I want love, won't break me down, won't break me up, won't fence me in. I want a love that don't mean a thing, that's the love I want. I want love. I want love on my own terms. After everything I have ever learned, me, I carry too much baggage. Oh man, I've seen so much traffic, but I want love, just a different kind. I want love, won't break me down, won't break me up, won't fence me in. I want a love that don't mean a thing, that's the love I want. I want love. So bring it on. I've been bruised, don't want a love that's clean and smooth. I'm ready for the rougher stuff. no sweet romance. I've had enough. A man like me is dead in places. Other men feel liberated, but I want love, just a different kind. I want love, won't break me down, won't brick me up, won't fence me in. I want a love that don't mean a thing. That's the love I want. I want love. I want love, just a different kind. I want love, won't break me down, won't brick me up, won't fence me in. I want a love that don't mean a thing. That's the love I want. I want love. Ijo desu.
Thank you, Mei Choo Choo. And now
Thank you,
we
MC
will be interviewing you. Haruka, take it away.
Exciting.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your amazing performance. I think this is first time I hear you singing. It's amazing.
I can't believe it.
I'm
Thank
sorry.
you so much.
So, what inspired your performance?
Yeah, well, I think like I was saying before, it's just I chose these love songs because it's, you know, it's a universal human emotion and experience, and everybody should be free to have this experience of being in love, and it's not always easy, and love has its ups and its downs, but I just think it's like the fundamental thing, and everyone should be free to express that. So,
yeah, I see.
That's right. And the singers are so Leslie Gore is the first singer of Sunshine Lollipops Rainbows, and the second song, of course, was Elton John. So they're both gay singers, and I guess maybe some people have seen the Elton John biopic. It came out a couple of years ago. So it's about like his experience of being in the UK in the 60s and 70s when it was basically illegal to be yourself and to like express your love. And it's painful to think of anyone being in that situation. So I hope we can move forward in the world, you know?
Yeah. Is it connected to your a certain memory? And if so, could you share it with us?
Not really. I mean, they're just good songs that
Okay.
I guess songs I've always known, and songs that I love.
Okay. Lastly, can you tell us about a time you feel like you belong?
Yeah, I think the times when I most feel like I belong is in my many experiences of performance. Like I've been in different bands and different musical groups, and I've performed occasionally. I've done like some theatre and been in a play, and you know, that is the hugest sense of belonging, is like being part of that a musical group or a theatre group, or I was in a burlesque performance troupe about 10 years ago as well. And you know, you grow such strong bonds with people when you're performing together. And I love especially, you know, in Nagoya right now we have this whole community of musicians, and everyone's very supportive and caring and encouraging to each other. So yeah, that's like a really great sense of belonging. We're all united through our love of performing and love of music. Yeah,
That's nice. Thank you so much.
yeah.
Thank you so much, Haruka and Mei Choo Choo, for your very gay songs. I absolutely loved it. Oh my God. What a way to start Rainbow Monday, right, everyone? Now that we've heard so many words, let us move on to an improvised mime poem by my very new friend Simone. Show us what you got. I know you will be talking, but go on.
Hello. What a performance to follow, but I will try my best. Great job, May. Are we gonna move me? Let's see. I'm gonna do this to myself. I don't know. I'm assuming somebody will move me to the spotlight, maybe, perhaps. Maybe not.
Haruka, can you check if Simone is in the spotlight, please?
I don't think I am.
Oh, there you are.
Okay. Thank you. How many labels do you think I've had? 2, 7, 10, 25? I don't know either, but it's been a lot. I miss my old labels, the ones I used to have that kept me safe, comfortable, gave me a sense of belonging, of community, of purpose and identity. Somehow moving here, I lost them. I lost them. Perhaps it's because I anticipated that if I ever had to come out in Japanese, I wouldn't have the right words. So I did what I used to do in America, which is find the simplest alternative that everybody can understand. And then I internalized it. This is admittedly not where I thought this would be going, but here I am. So while we're here, let me give you some of my old labels. I had bisexual, pansexual, biromantic, heterosexual. This next one is a lot of fun. Ready? Homoromantic, heterosexual. Homoromantic, bisexual, pan, not straight, into androgyny, whatever that is. Not monosexual, open, gay, biromantic, homosexual, lesbian, bi-curious, but not in the way that you're thinking. Homoromantic, bisexual, gay, again, that's a good one, queer. And why am I back at bisexual? Maybe pansexual? No, bisexual. Bi. And so I guess I'm just going to be here for a while, but I think I'll go back to queer later. The end.
Thank you, Simone. Thank you so much. Haruka, would you like to interview Simone?
Yes, thank you.
Before I give my feedback.
Oh no.
Yeah, thank you so much for your incredible performance.
Thank you.
I've never seen something like that, and it's amazing. And can I ask you a few questions?
Yeah, of course.
So what inspired your performance today?
It was inspired by, I guess, my journey with my own labels, and also my journey as a person. I studied mime, which I actually have not practiced in a long time, so I have no idea what just happened. I'm sorry.
That's good.
But yeah, I guess it was, I when I was thinking about this, I was thinking, all right, what's something kind of fun? And I was like, well, I could talk about like all the labels I've had, because I've had like a shit ton of labels on, pardon my language there. But I sort of wrote that bit. So the movement was all completely improvised, but the text I actually wrote out beforehand and was a little bit improvised, but also kind of planned.
I see. So I guess it is connected to your Saturn memory, like
Yes. Yeah. Those are my words, my personal words.
I see. And can you tell us about a time you feel like you belong?
Okay, yeah. Like Mei Chu said, being in theater is such a it's such a really intense sense of community that you get with that, especially with different productions. And when I studied mime, I had a group of people that were studying with me at the same time, and I think we formed like sort of really strong, probably trauma bonds of a sort. But you know, when you like go somewhere every day and you spend a lot of time with the same people, that happens. And I also have felt a sort of similar thing with the queer community. I used to live in not Los Angeles, but near Los Angeles. And so I would go into like West Hollywood, which is like really gay mecca in the US. And being there and like being a member of the community was like a really like I felt like I belonged, and I was there with my friends, and like it was such a great place to go and have, and like that place is a place that I used to feel like I belong. I don't know if I still feel like that, but I used to. Yeah.
Yeah, I can totally relate to that. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Simone. I know I said feedback earlier and that freaked you out. I didn't mean to come off that way. What I wanted to say was that was my first time and you blew me away. Title of my sex tape. Coming up next is the person that, among other things, helped me create the poster for Rainbow Monday in one afternoon. Oh my God. Take it away, Faith! I got faith in you.
Hello. Oh, hold on. Okay, I've already unmuted myself. Okay, some message came up. Okay. So yeah, actually, I really just nitpicked. That's all I did. I like Tanya did all the real work. I just was like, nah, maybe you should add this, maybe you should add that. Okay. So great job, Tanya. Okay. First, I want to say, like, you know, I've worked with Simone, as in, you know, I've done rehearsals with Simone, but I never really seen her mime, actually, like not like kind of. I mean, we did like a sort of kind of movement thing, but I never really seen it before, so I was really excited to see that, and it definitely blew me away. Like, it's just so captivating to watch. Like, you know, like I was just like on the edge of my seat, like, oh, what's she gonna do next? What's gonna happen? I don't know. Like, I don't know what she's gonna do. And so, thank you for that. So for me, I'm gonna be singing some songs. I'm gonna sing 3 songs. At first, I couldn't really think of a song to choose, but then like Mei Chu reminded me that this was a Rainbow Monday, so I thought of some rainbow themed songs, and then I thought of some pride kind of songs, just a lot of really feel good songs. And I'm also a theater person, so I have to put the theatrics in, so it's gonna get a little over the top. Okay, so just I'm warning you. Okay, all right. Okay, then the first song I'm gonna do, I think everyone knows, it's a classic. So let me start. Hope can you all hear it? Okay. Somewhere over the rainbow, somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. Wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me, somewhere over the rainbow. Bluebirds fly, birds fly over the rainbow. Why then, oh why can't I? Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly. Why then, oh why can't I? Okay. All right. Then my next song is going to be from an anime, well, not anime, sorry, cartoon that I really, really like. It's called Steven Universe. I don't know if any of you know it, but I really like it a lot. And it was one of the like gayest cartoons I had ever watched. And I just really liked it. And it also had a very, like a lot of songs, a very kind of like musical vibe. And I just love all the songs from it. And so this song, it really resonated with me a lot. And so I will sing that. Oh, okay. My volume, sorry. Okay. Let's hope that is okay. Can you hear me? Oh, okay. Okay, thank you. If I could begin to be half of what you think of me, I could do about anything. I could even learn how to love. When I see the way you act, wondering when I'm coming back, I could do about anything. I could even learn how to love like you. Love like you. Love like you. I always thought I might be bad. Now I'm sure that it's true, 'cause I think you're so good. And I'm nothing like you. Look at you go, I just adore you. I wish that I knew what makes you think I'm so special. If I could begin to do something that does right by you, I would do about anything. I would even learn how to love. When I see the way you look, shaking by how long it took, I could do about anything. I could even learn how to love like you. Love like you. Love me like you. No, thank you. Okay, then here's my last song. So the first two were kind of, kind of ballady and like, soft and slow. This one is going to be the opposite of that. So, and for you, if anyone's wearing microphones, it might get a little loud. So just warning you. Okay, so I'm gonna stand up for this one. Okay. Hold on. All right, you can see. Okay. All right. Can you hear this? Is it too loud or is it's okay? It's okay. All right, thank you. Conceited? Not me. It's just that I am what I am, and I'm me. When I look at myself, and I see in myself all the wonderful things that I see. If I'm pleased with myself, I have every good reason to be. I gotta crow. I'm just the cleverest fella that's ever my fortune to know. I taught a trick to my shadow to stick to the tip of my toes. I gotta crow. I gotta brag. I think it's sweet. I have fingers and feet. I can wiggle and wag. I can climb trees and take tag with the breeze and the meadows below. I gotta crow. If I were a very ordinary, everyday thing, I'd never be heard. Cock-a-doodling around like a bird. No, naturally. When I discover the clarity of a remarkable me, how can I hide it when deep down inside it just tickles me so that I've gotta let go and grow? Really a rare thing, such a fair thing. I can't keep still. I'm bursting with pride, and I just couldn't keep it inside. If I tried so naturally, when I discovered the cleverness of a remarkable me. How can I hide it when deep down inside it just tickles me so that I gotta let go and cry. Thank you.
Oh my God! Thank you so much, Faith. How to God. Just take this while I'm laughing.
That was fun, and thank you so much. Yeah, it's also nice to finally talk to you face to face.
Yeah. So
We've
much
been-
on Messenger.
Yeah. We've been texting but not talking. So yeah, thank you so much for your performance. And
Thank you for the opportunity.
and could you tell me what it was that inspired your performance?
So the first song actually was because I talked to Amy May-Choo-Choo, and because I was trying to think of songs, because I knew I wanted to do the Steven Universe song, because that's just a song I've wanted to sing for a while, but just never have for some reason. And so I knew that one, but then I was like, oh, I want to sing another song. And then she reminded me it was Rainbow Monday. So I was like, oh yeah, Over the Rainbow, that's like the song. And then I remembered this song, which I love, Peter Pan the musical. It was a musical that I grew up with. I had the VHS at home. I watch all the time, so I like memorized all the all the songs. And so I'm like I've always wanted to sing it as well, but I just never felt like there was an opportunity, because it's a very out there song, you know.
Yeah.
It's a very specific kind of song. And so when I also thought of like pride and like having pride, and you know, also with Tanya, I was talking to Tanya, and they were telling me like, you know, like just talking about like, you know, loving yourself and things like that. And I just felt like that was the common theme with all these songs. It was like either like loving yourself or learning to love yourself, to learn to love yourself, or like dreaming of a place you can go where you can be yourself. And yeah, that's kind of like the theme I had.
I see. So are these songs connected to your certain memory?
Oh yes. Oh, okay.
Sorry, yeah. If so, could you share it with us? Sorry.
Yes. Actually, I mean, all of them are like I have very fond memories of all of them. I really like The Wizard of Oz. It was one of my favorite movies when I was growing up. Like I said before, I really like the musical Peter Pan. And Steven Universe. I really love the show so much, and especially the songs and the music. And those songs like really got me through like a lot of like you know, like a lot of things I would struggle through, like listening to these songs, and they would just make me feel better. Like especially the last song, like it just made me feel like, wow, you know, I'm a remarkable person in my own right. Like I can do these things. Like, you know, just like a song that teaches you to like really like care and love for yourself. Like, you know, it's really nice. I listen to these songs when I'm feeling down, and like they really make me feel better. So
That's amazing. Yeah. So Leslie, can you tell us about a time you feel like you belong?
Well, I hate to echo everyone else, but like, I mean, also for me, theater, like, I'm also a theater person, so, like, being in theater, like, you know, everyone said before, it's like a community, like, you kind of have to, like, you have to work together to, like, you know, for your common goal, and so you kind of get really close to the people that you're with, and you kind of get the sense of belonging when you're there. But also, as May-Choo-Choo said, like, you know, the like, you know, kind of small performing community here, especially the foreign performing community here in Nagoya has been really welcoming. And you know, I only moved here like maybe a couple of years ago, but like everyone's been really great and supportive, and it's been really nice. So yeah,
that's nice. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, Faith. Oh my God, thank you. Also, remarkable for somehow fitting those 3 amazing songs into 10 minutes. Like you said, I timed it. That's the kind of person I am. And I will actually be timing again, but for 15 minutes, because we are a little ahead of schedule. We will be taking a short break from the performance for 15 minutes. feel free to use the chat function to share whatever people share. And see you in a bit. Yes. Thank you, Mei Chu Chu, for the music. And thank you, Haruka, for recording. We are back, and welcome back to Rainbow Monday. Let's jump right back in. The first performer in our second half will be, actually, I think it's called slam poetry. Like you read a poem in front of, you know what? I'll let you be the judge. Emily, you're up.
Hey, thank you. Okay, so hello everybody. To all my friends, thank you for coming. To all the people I don't know, it's nice to meet you. My name is Emily, and yeah, one of my hobbies is writing and then reciting poems. And so I've got one that I would like to do for you tonight. And this poem is called Colors. So I hope you like it. Mama said children have cheeks that are pink. Eat lots of vegetables with vitamins and zinc. Say please and thank you and speak after they think. Do all things in moderation and not kick up a stink. I do not care for makeup. My cheeks are never pink. Even if I cook with vegetables, they wind up down the sink. I'm not always polite and plain forget to think. My effort's underdone and I tend to overdrink. Papa said, children have skin that is tan. They have dreams for the future and a 5 to 10 year plan. That once a mistake has been made, it won't be made again. And tears are for a woman, while fists are for a man. My skin is pale and freckled. I don't care for being tan. I'm sifting through a sea of dreams, but still have empty hands. Once my trouble has been finished, I'll go back where it began. And anyone will rage or cry when it hits the fan. I said, I should have the colors that other people want in me and shape myself to fit their mold, show what they want to see. Paint my patterns over with other people's shades and live my life as someone else from birth until the grave. I will not wear your colors. I will not dye my soul. For every one of yours I lack, I've 20 of my own. So go ahead and scold me for my colors you despise. But these colors are my own, and I will not apologize. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Emily, for bringing that beautiful poem to life. Haruka, where are you?
Sorry, I'm here.
Okay.
Thank you so
Take it
much.
away.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
And so I want to ask you a few questions. What inspired your poem?
Oh, that's interesting. Actually, I wrote this poem originally. I had a theme that I was supposed to write a poem about, and it was pink. And I started off with that. And it kind of spread into other colors in general. I think I started with ideals, like, you know, something should be a certain way, it should be this color. And then I thought, rather than just taking something and saying, oh, you know, this is pretty and this is good, saying that you're going against ideals or you're not being a certain way that's expected of you. And that was one thing that I thought when I was writing it, that I felt that it fit. Also, like Pride and the LGBTQ plus community, not just the colors in the rainbow, but the part about being yourself, because other people will have expectations of things that they want you to do and they want you to be. And sometimes it's not just an issue about whether you can live up to those expectations, because often it's impossible, but also whether you even want to, because most of the time, however you are, like, especially with all of your uniqueness wrapped up in it, usually that's a whole lot better than what anybody else could ever want you to be.
Yeah, that's wow. Yeah, completely. I agree with you. So is it connected to a certain memory of yours? If so, could you share it with us?
Yeah, some things are and some things aren't. I took a little bit of license with this. So say the bit about throwing vegetables away, I do not do that at all. I eat them. The bit about being tan actually was my grandmother who taught me that, not my father. So there's a mixture, but yeah, a lot of those expectations, I felt those. And then also, again, from the LGBTQ plus perspective, that idea of like being accepted by other people and accepting yourself and just being able to live as yourself instead of somebody else, then yeah, I've drawn on personal experiences with that too.
I see. So lastly, can you tell us about a time you feel like you belong?
Well, I'll just put it out there that I am another theatre person. I think we all can relate to that in some way. But that's a given. I think, yeah, I felt belonged when I've been with people who I connect with really well. And connecting with people, I don't think that means that you need to be the same. If you do have things about you that are the same, then I mean, that's cool. But people have so many different facets to them and they have so much uniqueness. And I think that is another thing that helps us to connect. And so I just think being with other people in a community, and even if you're different, especially if you're different, just acknowledging everybody else and appreciating everybody else for who they are. And in a group of people where we all do that for each other, then I think that's where I feel like I really belong.
Oh. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Emily.
you.
Oh my God. Like, as a painfully literal person, my friends can probably like attest to that. I've always struggled with like poems and like writing or listening to or reading poems. But tonight I feel like I could just like sit back and just enjoy the experience. And thank you for that.
Thank you.
Speaking of sitting back, let us move on to what I think will be a relaxing duet from sweet, sweet couple Sarah and Brian. It's your turn. Welcome back from Tai Chi. Sarah and Brian.
Hello. Yeah, Brian just got back
Welcome.
from relaxing Tai Chi with the instructor is in England, is she?
Yeah, we've got a group that meet every week. Some people in Nagoya, some people in England. And you can just see the chi coming out of my pores right now.
He's full of chi, chi energy.
By the way, if anybody is interested, it's a weekly group and it's free. So if you are interested, just drop me a line. I'll send you the information.
Amy's jaw just dropped open.
Free!
Free Tai Chi.
Nothing's
We
free.
love free things. We love free things.
Okay, so we have a song here. I just banged the, because I hope it's still in tune. It is. And it's a song called Joy. And you mentioned that it might be relaxing. We often do kind of folky, calm ones, but this is a little bit more upbeat and one I hope you can jump around to because it is about joy.
It's a death metal song, actually.
No death metal. But yeah, feel free to jump around and feel the joy, hear the joy, see the joy. It's all in there.
Yeah, it's kind of a sing-along. You'll pick it up. Okay, 1, 2, 3. What's the prettiest thing you've ever seen? Now picture it inside. Be there in the memory, looking out through your own eyes, and see it in full color, getting bigger, coming closer, and make it even stronger. Feel the joy feel the joy, see the joy, hear the joy in every way. See the joy, hear the joy in every day. The sweetest thing you've ever heard, bring it back right here. Be there in the memory, sounds floating in your ear. And hear it in surround sound, getting louder, coming closer. And make it even stronger, feel the joy, feel the joy, see the joy, hear the joy in every way. Feel the joy, see the joy, hear the joy in every day. This feeling that you ever had, just feel it deep within. Feel it in your body, the light upon your skin. As the feeling's growing stronger, getting warmer, getting softer. Now make it even stronger, feel the joy, feel the joy, feel the joy, see the joy, see the joy, hear the joy in every way. Feel the joy, feel the joy, see the joy, see the joy, hear the joy in every day. The joy, feel the joy,
Joy.
see the joy
Hear the joy.
in every way. Oh yeah, feel the joy, feel the joy, see the joy, see the joy, feel the joy in every day.
So I hope it sounded okay.
It sounded amazing. What are you talking about?
It's a new song. We just started doing this recently. So we've got the words here next to us, and the words were a little bit too far away.
Yeah.
And the funny thing about getting older is your eyes don't get old at the same rate, or maybe your eyes get older quicker than you.
Something like that.
So the words seem to be getting smaller and smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right,
thank you. Sorry, thank you so much for your wonderful performance. Can I ask what inspired your performance?
Well, I think when we found out this is for Gay Pride,
Mm.
and the song is Joy, and it's a song we've been just starting to learn, and we thought the joy and gay and happy, and we'll make it a joyful experience, and we really have fun
Yeah.
singing it. Yeah.
Aw,
Yeah.
nice. So, is the song connected to your certain memory, or?
It's not connected to any particular memory, but it is connected at a deeper level because the song, it's written to elicit and to connect us with positive memories. So in the first verse, it's you think about the prettiest thing you've ever seen, and then you imagine that you're looking at it very closely, and you imagine that in your mind's eye you're making it bigger and more powerful. And then in the second verse, you're doing the same thing. You're remembering the sweetest thing that you ever heard. So what we tried to do in the song is connect people, not to any particular experience for us, but for the listener.
For their own memory.
So that people can, it's an invitation to step back into a
Oh.
moment where we really felt joy.
Yeah.
That's
And-
amazing.
And I mean, if we remember a moment like that, then we'll get the same feeling back again.
It's the quick way to make yourself feel better if you are having a moment of feeling down, is to hook into your senses, to the hearing, to the sight, to the smell, to the taste of something that brought you joy in the past, and just focus on that. Even if you did it for 20 seconds, you'll find that it might bring you a little bit out of the feeling of sadness that you might be having at that time.
And it's free.
It's free.
Oh, that's beautiful. So, can you tell us about a time you feel like you belong?
It's funny because we talked about this earlier. I said this is
Oh.
one of the questions, and everyone's mentioned theater, and it's exactly what I said to Brian today. I said, we did a play called Jukebox Paradise. That was about 4-5 years ago,
Wow.
and it was just, how many people were involved in that? It was
Between everybody, like 60, 70
yeah,
people.
it was
Yeah.
a very big production with dancers, live music, the actors, and
A live band. Yeah, it was a big production.
so many different people, different personalities. And it was on the last night, and we're doing the final curtain call. And I just got so overwhelmed at how connected I felt to all these people that just, it took about a year to bring this production together, that a year ago, I wouldn't have crossed paths with them, you know, with a lot of the people that were involved. And now we've got connections that I'm going to know these people the rest of my life because I felt that strong sense of community, and it blew me away. It was so good.
Wow, yeah, that sounds incredible. Thank you so much.
Thank you really for organizing this. This is wonderful. Thank you.
Thanks,
Oh,
guys.
thank you for joining us. I'm so happy. Oh my God, I'm so happy. Thank you so much for sharing with us that joyful song. Like, honestly, it could be about being alone on the moon and I'll still feel joy.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. All right, here it comes. The last performance is gonna be by me, your MC. What? Thank you, Haruka. This is a short piece of writing that I have named the Kiss, and I would like to read it out loud for all of you to hear. The Kiss. Want one? Teresa offered Boyd a cigarette from her packet, not bothering to take her eyes off the hazing fraternity members next door. Nah, I'm good. Despite his mouth itching to smoke something, Boyd could see that there was only one single cigarette left in her damaged packet. Thanks for offering, though. He winced at the sight of a pledge dipping his penis into hot sauce. Why are you up at 3 in the morning anyway? Asked them. She pocketed her packet and drew on her half-smoked cigarette. Why are you up? Same reason. He laughed and dropped his butt onto the ground next to Teresa. So, T, I have a question. Shoot. Do you hate me now? No. Why do you always look like you want to kill me, though? Teresa turned to make eye contact with Boyd to get her point across. Are you making fun of my resting bitch face? No. Boyd shook his head and frantically waved his hands to support his claim. Bitch, I just offered you the last cigarette in my packet, she muttered. I mean, it's like you stopped smiling at me after. His mouth itched again, albeit not for something to smoke any longer. You know, after the kiss. She rolled her eyes and turned back to the pledges, dancing in circles and chanting some unintelligible oath. That was like 2 weeks ago. Move on. Fuck it. Boyd lit up a cigarette from his left pocket, exhaling after a long drag. Much better. He took a few seconds to breathe. why'd you suddenly stop smiling at me then? I don't know, B, she retorted. Have you ever been hit with depression so hard that you can't even fake smiles anymore? Shit. I'm sorry. He hesitatingly reached for her shoulder and gave it a firm grasp, indescribably guilty of assuming she was mad that he drunkenly kissed her boyfriend at her own birthday party. I'm so sorry. The two fell into silence, and Boyd tried gauging Teresa's mood from her side profile. But to no avail. Just know that I'm here for you if you need anything. She put her hand on his, returning the firm hold. After a few seconds to herself, she locked eyes with him and said, "Ice cream, chocolate mint." Boyd let a fond chuckle escape his lips. He thought it was inappropriate to laugh when someone was sad. Little did he know she thought it was healing for her. 7 years and you still haven't changed. He gave her shoulder 2 pats before standing up. BRB then. Teresa simply nodded and turned back to the frat boys, scattered unconscious over their own lawn, her lips in its neutral position, but her eyes smiling. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It's amazing that you can write something like this. It's amazing. And thank you so much for organizing this. So
it's no biggie at all.
Thank you. So what inspired your performance?
It's a little funny. So at first I thought I was gonna do stand-up comedy, because I sometimes watch stand-up comedy, but then when I was talking to you, Haruka, you should know this. When I was talking to you, I was like, you know what, maybe I'm gonna do something else.
Yeah.
And it just so happens that I wrote this short piece while I was procrastinating, well, writing another piece. And that's what made me wanted to read it aloud.
Nice. So is it connected to your certain memory?
Oh no, absolutely not. I don't even smoke. These I made these from like paper and tissue and also tape. And I got this when I went to like a random restaurant or something. They were like, oh, we're giving out these. Get some. Oh, that sounded sexual. I'm so sorry. Yeah. But if I had to say it's connected to a certain memory, that would be the many scenes in American TV shows and movies when fraternity members next door are just too noisy and you cannot sleep. So you just come out and curse at them when you know they won't be able to hear you anyway.
I see.
Yes, that would be my memory.
Okay, can you tell us about a time you feel like you belong?
I know this question was coming, and Faith knows. I think everybody here knows that I'm also a theater person. And I do feel I do feel like I belong in my theater group. It's Theater Mangekyo Yes, Theatre. Emily, that is correct. It's not the American way. And Amy, you have no right to say this. Yesterday you were asking which one it was.
I just wanted to be sure.
Thank you. This is not a burn, by the way. This is just friendly teasing. But yes, I feel like I belong in like Theater Mangekyo. I was actually talking about this to someone else, and they were like, "Oh, damn, theater sounds dope, but I can't act." And I was like, "You don't actually need acting skills." I mean, it as long as you're enthusiastic, it will come to you anyway. That's my opinion, or that's
Cool.
how it works for me. But yeah, theater makes me feel like I belong, and I think that will be my final question. Yes, theater. All of us are theater people. Yes, Faith,
Thank you.
theater, exactly.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Haruka, for helping me organize this. As all of you know, it's Pride Month, and I wanted to do something special. Haruka and I usually have these like small casual gatherings at a bar, but COVID, we cannot go to a bar. That would be unwise. And we've been we've been canceling for a few months now, and it's Pride Month, and I was like, we gotta do something. I need to feel gay again. And like, and then I was over at Emily's doing some watercoloring, and she was like, "Do you want to borrow my notebook?" And long story short, here we are. And it's actually the end tonight. I set aside 20 minutes for unexpected stuff, but we are 7 minutes ahead of that. Ooh.
Amazing. Well done.
Thank you, Amy. I mean, Mei Choo Choo. I'm so sorry. And I won't be against an on-call later. If anyone wants to sing anything, feel free to hang around and chat with everyone else, with the performers, with other members of the audience. And before I officially end this performance, I would like to quote a comedy show that I really, really like. I've seen it for like 10 times and I still love it. It's Brooklyn Nine-Nine. And the quote goes, "Every time someone steps up and says who they are, the world becomes a better, more interesting place. So thank you." And also from the same character, "Yes, Queen." For those who have work early tomorrow, have a good night and a great morning. Goodbye.
Thank you, MC Watanya.